Hello, my name is Juan Rucaba and I'm a third-year business administration student in the ABBA program at Fresno State University. Today, I will go over two things that will help me become a more organized person. After taking the ILLiad assessment, I had the largest gap in organizational skills. Today, I will go over those two things that will help me become more organized. Second, I will go over how and why those two things will help me become more organized. Third, I will go over a timeline for implementing those two steps. And lastly, I will go over how to measure whether I have been successful or not. Those two things that I plan to do to become more organized are to set up a filing system and to set up a Google Task Calendar. A Google Task Calendar is very practical as it allows you to carry it everywhere you go because it's on your phone. A Google Task Calendar allows you to schedule weekly, daily, or even monthly occurrences. It allows you to set aside reasonable amount of time for each occurrence and allows you to check off tasks that you've done and to see tasks that are upcoming. According to a study done by the University of Harvard, there is a positive correlation between the amount of time somebody spends organizing and lower stress levels. So this is definitely a priority for me. Next, I will talk about the next step that I will take, which is to implement a filing system. According to Brian Tracy, CEO of Brian Tracy International, there are individuals who spend almost 30% of their day looking for misplaced items. This is definitely my case. Every day I spend at least 10 minutes looking for something that I cannot find. By implementing a filing system, I will be able to more precisely find things where I've left them. I will create a filing system by subject and for simplicity, do it by color as well. Next, the timeline that I plan to implement these two things is within the next week, and I'd like to measure my improvement every week. I would like to dedicate at least 30 minutes at the end of each day to updating my Google Calendar and to updating my filing system. Next, how will I measure whether I've been successful? I will measure the success of my Google Calendar by the amount of tasks that I have completed on time. If I have failed to complete more than 2 tasks on a timely manner, I have failed. The filing system. If I have to look for something for more than 5 minutes, I have failed because I have not adequately organized my paperwork to be able to find it quick enough. In conclusion, I just went over two things that I will do to improve my organizational skills. I told you how and why those two things would help me improve my organizational skills. I told you of a timeline that I would implement those two things. And finally, I'll let you know how I would find out if I have succeeded or failed in becoming a more organized person. Thank you for listening to my presentation.